Konnichiwa, boku wa Nikorasu de gozaimasu. Hello people, well I say konnichiwa, it's middle of the night, I don't know why I said it. Konbanwa is what I'd use. Trying to get into this episode real quick. I haven't made an episode in a long time. Testing out this camera here, hoping that the audio can keep up with the video. And this is a Christmas present from my family to me, and I love it. So love this camera, and I hope it works pretty good for you guys. Today I'm gonna be teaching words like it is. Okay. Now I know this is probably common stuff for a lot of you people, but if you don't want to know it, just turn it. But or find a different thing to watch. But this is for beginners, and I'm sure there's probably a couple things that even more advanced people don't know that I'm going to teach now. I've made flashcards here because I'm sick and tired of using Movie Maker on my laptop. He's freezing up on me. But besides the point, I'm going to teach some very basic stuff and stuff that I just recently learned a couple days ago. I started watching anime. Yes, I said I didn't like anime. I said, well, I didn't say I didn't like anime. I just said it probably wasn't great for learning Japanese. But I take it back. I think it's pretty good for learning Japanese. You know, some of the situations can be a bit extreme when you're learning these sentences. Like, there's no way you need to know, like, Tamashi, itadakimasu. You don't need to tell somebody that you're taking their soul. Stuff like that. That's why anime is a bit confusing. But if you look up these words as you learn, you actually research a little bit, it's actually a great way to learn. I mean, there's a reason why Japanese people can understand it, and there's a reason why it's Japanese. So even if it's far-fetched, it's still good to learn from. So try it out, people. First thing I'm going to teach here is simple des. Okay, hope you guys can see this. Des. Okay. Des is pretty much our way of saying it is, or it, like I am, it is, to be, or like you are, kind of. Des. And in Japanese, verbs go at the end, because it's a SOV language, I think. Subject first, object, text, and verb. Okay? English is totally different. It's SVO. Subject, verb, object. To explain this really quick, you can think about like Yoda talk, okay? Okay, if I was going to say, okay, this is a battery. See how I said that? Is, to us, is kind of like a verb, and so is des to them. It's not a verb. I think, I'm trying to remember the word for it, I just don't remember. It starts with a C. I don't know. But it's not a verb, but it is kind of like the same as to be, so it's treated similar. So we put our verbs in the middle. Put our subject first. The subject is this thing I'm talking about. The verb is. Well, or whatever it is really is. It's not really a verb, but still we're going to treat it like one. Is the verb, and our object goes last. Batteries. These are batteries. Okay, this is a battery. That's how you're gonna use that. And in Yoda talk, or think Yoda, think Star Wars, people. If you haven't seen Star Wars, go watch one. Yoda says, like, you know, he swaps it up, and I think it's got something to do with George Lucas and Star Wars being some kind of thing from some samurai movie, some kind of like his ideas or pitch from that or whatever. But whatever. The way Yoda, how would Yoda say it? He would probably say, these batteries is, or these are, no, like, yeah, something like that. These batteries is, or, batteries they are. Let's say that. Or batteries they are. Okay? It's the same thing. Des is like, they are, it is, I am, or like if Yoda was going to say he was Jedi, he'd say, Jedi I am. Stuff like that. So if you're going to say this, you'd say, Boku wa Jedi desu. I am a Jedi. Or I Jedi am. Okay. Okay, next. Next one, like I said, okay, here's an example. Everybody knows this. Kawaii. Kawaii desu. It's cute. Okay? That's an example. And remember this. Kawaii is a K-A sound in the beginning, so it's ka, and then wai, so you stress the e's at the end. Okay? The next one I'm going to show you. If you watch anime and you see a lot of male characters in anime, they might swap up the word des for the word da. Okay? It's pretty much like des, except it's the informal way of saying it is. So I could say the same thing I just said. I could say kawaii da. That, or it is cute. It's cute. Women can use it, I think, nowadays. Back in the day, and I'm not sure, because I think it's more of a masculine thing to say. But you can say it. This example, here we go. It's the same thing. Da. Am is, it is, to be are. Boku wa Nikorasu da. I am Nikorasu. I'm Nicholas. Where's the next one? Oh, I said, here's an example. Here, like I said, everybody knows kawaii, but do you guys know kawaii? Kawaii? That's scary. So that's a cool thing to say, especially masculine. I don't know. Not edgy. I show this one. Kawaii. Kawaii da. It's scary, guys. Kawaii da. Kawaii da. Okay? So da is the same thing as des, just impolite. Or, yeah, you can say it to family and friends, but it's probably rude to say it to somebody you don't know. Just say des, guys. Next one, Imasu. Imasu. Okay. This is where it gets a little confusing, guys. Imasu. Well, yeah, forgot to tell you this. Noob speaking Japanese, I've seen a lot of people say, like, they'll pronounce the u at the end of des. They'll be like, kawaii desu. Like, okay, it's cute, but if you're a guy, it's kind of weird. I think it's cuter to try to pronounce the u, I guess, because I've heard people do that. But, if you're saying it, drop the u, because the u, it may be spelled D-E-S-U in their language, and in ours, I guess, in Romanji, but when you pronounce it, the u, or the u at the end, it's supposed to be so soft you can't hear it. So you say stuff like des. And most verbs and most other words that end with u or an su, you can drop the u. So like imasu, like see how it ends with a su, you can drop the u and just say imasu. Okay? Because it's supposed to be so soft you can't hear it. Imasu is to be, or it is it's pretty much that. And Imasu, guys, remember, I think it's for living things. So kind of like it's like it is, but it's kind of like there is. I would say like there is. You know. Here's an example. Inu wa imasu. There is a dog. I hope you guys can see this. I wrote it in orange because that's the color I found quickest. But see, inu wa imasu. There is a dog. Okay? Naka ni inu wa imasu. There's a dog in there. Okay, so that's what I think of it. Imasu is also to exist, and it's for living things, guys, which are for people and animals. Whatever other living things you can think of, plants. I'm not sure about plants, but there you have it, okay? The next one I think of kind of as like a, you know, the other side, or like a rival to Imasu, is Arimasu. Which means, to me, they teach it like it's almost like another form of death. But to me, it's more of a possessive thing, if you ask. If you ask me, it's more like a possessive thing. If I ever use Arimasu, it's like, I have this. Like, it exists. It could also be the same thing, but it exists and I have it, kind of a thing. I'm not sure if that makes much sense, but it's like I have possessive, and it's also to exist, and it's for things, guys, not for people. Okay, I'm gonna say people because if you're talking about pets, and used in sentences, this is what I thought was really neat in class, because I got totally confused. I was like, how are you able to use Arimasu in a sentence if you're talking about animals, if they're pets? And my sensei told us that it's pretty much like it's you own the dog. So it's not so much the dog is a living thing, it's a living thing, it's a thing you own. So think of it like that. Here's an example. Petto ga arimasu. I have a pet. Or a pet exists and I have it, kind of a thing. I don't know if you guys can read that. Hope you can read. Arimasu. Petto ga arimasu. I have a pet. And if you're asking someone if they have a pet, you would say petto ga arimasu ka? You have a pet? Do you own a pet? Kind of like that. Is there a pet that exists that you have? That's what I think of the difference between Arimasu and Imasu. And Imasu is like there it is, and Arimasu is like I have, or I'm in possession of this. Next, in ka, you can add ka to the end of most of these. Almost anything I just said, you can add ka to the end. You turn it into a question. Kawaii desu ka? Is it scary? Kawaii desu ka? Kawaii desu ka? Is it cute? Okay. I always said kawaii like a girl. Let's see, what's the next one? Oh, here. This one I just learned recently, been studying for maybe 2 years, but I'm still a noob, obviously. But this one recently I knew is like de gozaimasu. De gozaimasu. And you hear this a lot in most like what are they called? Like soap operas and stuff. And like lots of animes you hear de gozaimasu. And I just said it at the opening of this video. Boku wa Nikorasu de gozaimasu. I am Nick. And I think it's a fancy way of saying it is. I think it's the more extreme way of saying des. It's long and brought out. De gozaimasu. Okay? Here. You'll be able to see that. De gozaimasu. Trying to make this video go by fast. Okay? It's almost like des, but okay. So I guess if you're gonna say something really polite, you'd say like, here's an example I wrote down randomly. Neko de gozaimasu. It's a cat. Neko de gozaimasu. So I think it's the same as des, but I think des is a shortened version of de gozaimasu. I think a long time ago, people always talked polite or something, or mostly males talked polite, and over time females might have shortened things and made it better or more feminine, but that's that. And that is all I gotta teach today. I'm trying to see how much time I spent. Almost a couple minutes. Okay, I'm gonna post this on YouTube, and thank you guys for watching. The next video I'm gonna make, check it out later. It should be posted by the time anyone watches this. It's going to be the way of saying negative, of like, it's not a cat, it's not a dog, stuff like that. I don't have a dog, there is not a dog, stuff like that. And after that, I'm going to teach you to, the next video, hopefully, it will be like, past tense, it was a dog, or, there was a dog, I had a dog, yeah. And then the last one is going to be past tense negative, and this is my 4th video of this chain that I'm going to make, and it's, like, I didn't have a dog, or I never had a dog, or, it wasn't cute, stuff like that. Okay, so, thank you guys for watching, and I hope this audio keeps up with my keeps up with my crazy mouth here. I don't know why I said flaming, maybe I was gonna say homo, never mind. Goodbye everybody, check out my videos, subscribe, じゃあ待ってね. I turn this off.